Thank you. Thunder's pretty excited because today's episode is all about it. Well, to be more specific, today's episode is all about severe weather. But before things get all snowy, windy, and rainy in here, let's bundle up and ask ourselves the big question. What exactly is severe weather, and how is it different from regular weather? We know that weather is a condition of the air or atmosphere on our planet. Severe weather is the same thing, only more extreme. Extreme! But what does that mean? How do you know when weather is severe or extreme and when it isn't? Well, severe weather is any dangerous act of nature that puts people, animals, or buildings at risk. Some light rain probably wouldn't count as severe weather, but a thunderstorm with heavy rain and lightning would. Tornadoes, blizzards, hurricanes, floods, and droughts are other forms of severe weather that can be dangerous to humans. But the more you know about these weather events, the less scary they seem. Let's start with tornadoes. A tornado is a fast-spinning column of air that stretches all the way from a thunderstorm cloud down to the Earth's surface. With wind speeds of up to over 300 kilometers an hour, tornadoes have the power to pick up and destroy everything in their path. While not quite as windy as a tornado, blizzards are storms with blowing or falling snow, high winds of their own, and cold temperatures. Hurricanes, or typhoons, are...
All right, we're going to pause there for a minute. We're going to go to our whiteboard. And let's see if I do that. We do this. So if we look over here, we have a tornado. And we had a blizzard. And if I go like this, I can draw a straight line. From here, we'll go all the way down. We'll go here. We'll go here. All right, now we're going to try to talk about what kind of weather it is and what we can do to be prepared for it. So, kind of weather and prepare. Another one of those straight lines down. Well, that did not work the way I wanted it to. All right, so we'll just go back with our draw. Kind of weather and prepare. Okay, so who can raise their hand and tell me what kind of weather a tornado is? All right. See, Lucas.
A tornado can spin super fast, so you better be prepared. And if you're not close enough to the basement, you have to run really fast.
You're right. Okay, so a tornado is a spinning, remember what she said, it's a spinning column of air during a thunderstorm. And that's important because it's got to happen during a thunderstorm. And to be prepared, just like Lucas said, we should go to a basement. What do you think you should do if you don't have a basement? Where do you think you should go if you don't have a basement? Landon?
You can go to your neighbor's house or just
Okay.
stay in your bathtub.
Yeah, or a neighbor's house or a bathtub. Something that's going to keep you safe, right? All right, well, what about what do you think a blizzard? How did she describe a blizzard? Hudson?
You could maybe be inside.
Well, what kind of weather? First of all, what kind of weather is a blizzard?
It's like a ton of snow that falls down.
Yeah, it's a ton of snow. And what else was about that blizzard? There's lots of wind too. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Lots of wind in a blizzard. So now, what do you guys think we could do to prepare for a blizzard? Paulo?
Yeah.
How do you think you could be prepared for a blizzard, Paulo? Any thoughts
There's
there?
a lot of warm stuff.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
you want to have warm clothing. Probably plenty of food, right? Maybe a shovel,
Snow shovel.
a snow shovel, yeah. And you want to stay inside. Would you agree? At least until the worst part of the snow stops. All right, now the next one is a hurricane. So let's go back to that video and see what she has to say about hurricanes.
Storms with high winds and heavy rain that start over warm ocean waters and bring lots of water with them. Speaking of lots of water, snow, high winds of their own, and cold temperatures. Hurricanes, or typhoons, are storms with high winds and heavy rain that start over warm ocean waters and bring lots of water with them. Speaking of
All right, so now, what does she say about hurricanes? Rainey, what does she say about hurricanes?
That it takes water from the ocean and spreads it all around.
Yeah, lots of water. Lots of rain, water, and high winds, right? Because those high winds are really going to make it hard for people to get around. How do you think you would prepare for a hurricane? What do you think you might do to be ready for a hurricane? Think about if you lived in a place where hurricanes happened. What do you think, Regan? Regan, you got to unmute yourself, bud.
Okay.
There you go. Regan, what do you think?
You probably should like go downstairs and hide.
Okay, so stay in a basement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
could,
have plenty of food.
Yeah.
Henry, what do you think?
I think you should find like the deepest underground you could find.
Deep underground, that's a good idea. That's a good thought. Okay, what about this word, evacuate? What do you think that word means?
go somewhere different where one cannot reach.
Yeah, you want to go somewhere where there is not severe weather like that. All right, well, let's continue on back to our video here.
lots of water, let's talk flooding. Floods happen when too much rain forces streams, rivers, and lakes to overflow, sending lots and lots of water where it doesn't belong, like your backyard. A drought is sort of the opposite. Think.
All right, so now let's go back to our whiteboards. Now we have, gotta draw my next line in here. Now we have the lovely thing that we experience almost every spring these days, it seems like. We have flooding. What do you know about flooding? Who can tell us something about that? Rainey?
You could definitely go really, really high up in the air where the water can't reach you because it's only going to be a matter of time until the rain stops.
Right, you want to go to a higher ground, and flooding is too much rain, right? When we have lots of flooding, really what that is it's too much rain for the earth to take in. We're pretty lucky here so far this spring where we haven't had too much rain, right? It's supposed to rain tomorrow though, bummer. All right, so now she's talking about the next one. So we'll go ahead and put our line there. And our next one is that lovely word that we hear oftentimes in the summer, a drought. Let's pay attention to what a drought is, and then we'll fill in our chart. We'll back her up a little bit here.
Lots of water where it doesn't belong, like your backyard. A drought is sort of the opposite. Think a lot less water, or no water at all. Droughts happen when an area doesn't receive enough rainfall, drying up rivers and lakes, killing trees, and ruining crops. All of those.
All right, so now we know that a drought is what? What's a drought? Follow?
When one place is heated where there is no rain.
Yeah, we're getting no rain. So flooding, we're getting too much rain, and a drought, we're getting no rain. Do you guys think you can really prepare for a drought? What do you think? Do you think there's anything we can do to get ready for an actual drought? What do you think, Chloe? I think you're right.
Well, there's probably like where you cannot probably prepare, but before the drought, if you know there's a drought, you could probably get a lot of water first.
Okay, yeah, so you could store up water. Maybe you could use that big conserve word and conserve water, right? If we conserved water, we wouldn't have to worry about it as much. All right, well, let's go back and we'll watch the end of our video here together.
Forms of severe weather have a big impact on the biosphere and the geosphere. How so? Let's find out. I'll conjure up some different types of severe weather to see exactly how shakeups in the atmosphere can impact the biosphere and the geosphere. Severe weather can be dangerous for people, obviously, but beyond affecting humans in the biosphere, severe weather can also affect plants and animals, too. Take a drought. After very long spells without enough rain, this nice mountain pond will become smaller, and maybe even dry up entirely. That means less habitat for the animals that live in the water, like ducks and beavers. But it also means less plant life around, because plants need water too. And fewer plants mean less food for animals like deer and elk that feast on them. But what about the opposite problem? What about too much water in the form of heavy rain? Really strong thunderstorms can sometimes bring lightning and high winds that can damage trees, maybe breaking off some of their limbs, uprooting them, or even setting them on fire. This is bad news not only for the tree, but also for everything that lives in it. And finally, even the ground, as solid as it might seem, can be reshaped by severe weather. Strong, recurring floodwaters act like powerful rivers and can actually wear down rocky formations like mountains over time. And sometimes big flows of rainwater can cause a slope or hillside to collapse in an event called a mudslide. The atmosphere interacts strongly with the other spheres of the environment, particularly when it's cooking up severe weather. It can even move things in the biosphere and reshape the geosphere. So now you know how to tell if weather is severe or not. Ask yourself, does it put life or property at risk? Does it have a major impact on the biosphere and the geosphere? If the answer is yes, you're not dealing with normal weather patterns. Severe weather might be less common, but it has a much bigger impact on the world around you. Anything to add, Thunder? I guess that means we're done.
All right. We are gonna stop share. We're gonna go back to our whiteboard. All right. So I think we covered all of that severe weather, didn't we? I'm gonna unmute everybody, but don't all start talking at once. So it's kind of nice. Some of that weather can be kind of scary. You think about tornadoes and thunderstorms. We didn't even really put thunderstorms on there, but those can be pretty scary at times. And flooding, if you're caught in a flood, can be scary. But if we know how to handle it, it's not as bad. Do you agree?
Yeah, you just handle it, and then you can go relax, and
And then you can
everything's
go
really
relax.
fine.
Exactly. That's what we can do. All right. Well, today in Seesaw, all you have to do for science is take the pictures. You look at the pictures on the left side, and you put the words of the kind of weather it is on the right side, okay? It's not very hard at all. In fact, I think most of you have already done it,
Yeah.
okay?
I did it.
What, Regan?
I already did it.
Yeah, I know. A lot of you have already done it. That's awesome.
Me and Josh have seen a flood. Our dad
Yep.
showed us an
I've seen a flood.
Yeah, there
It
was
was
a
in
big flood
Alton.
in Alton last year, wasn't
We
there?
just saw it. We
And a
just
tornado.
seen it.
Yep, there were tornadoes last summer. We had some big snowstorms. We had some ice. So we've got lots of things this year with that, but we'll never experience a hurricane here in Illinois. Why do you think we
Mainly
won't ever have a
Florida.
hurricane in this area?
Because we're not close to the ocean.
Right. We have to be close to the ocean to experience a hurricane. Paula, what were you going to say?
Florida.
My grandma has been through a lot of tornadoes and has survived some.
Wow.
A lot.
Henry? That's awesome, Paolo. Henry, what were you going to say?
Pause it. I was in a hurricane in
Pause.
Florida.
You were in a hurricane in Florida. That's right. Was it really
Yeah.
windy? And a lot of rain?
We went to Alabama and there's no hurricane. We're lucky.
Yeah. Regan, what were you going to say?
A tornado above his house.
Yeah. Landon, what were you going to say?
There was like I forgot what it's called.
Okay. So the big one, Joshua and Lucas, I don't want to see your remote. So the big one to remember is that there are ways we can be prepared for severe weather, right? Okay.
Yeah.
We just have to take care of that and pay attention if we know it's coming. Not much of that severe weather that we wouldn't know was going to happen. All right. All right. Well, you guys can talk to each other for a few minutes.
Chloe.
Yay, this is fun.
This is fun.
I'm tired.
You're tired? I'm tired today too.
Mr. Lorenz.
What?
Henry.
What, Lucas?
Me and Josh,
Yeah.
we saw a house in of the flood.
I saw that too.
Right?
Chloe.
What?
I fixed my phone. My phone got hit.
In our video.
I could messenger.
Lucas, this is Montana. Can you hear me?
Yay. We can see.
So who has anybody done some cool art things lately?
Yeah,
Guys,
I
make a
have.
crack in these stories.
Hudson, what have you done?
I made some cool things out of Play-Doh.
Some cool things out of Play-Doh?
I
Hudson, what have you done?
I've been doing
I
some
like to in our video.
Are you iron?
Oh, those melty beads? I love those. Those are awesome. Paula, what have you done?
Get mine off of my.
I've made
As it
a
is
crack in
recording.
destroy a sip.
Ooh,
And
Get in
Regan?
this open video.
very cool. Regan, what have you been doing? I know you can't talk. You muted yourself.
I got a joke for you, Mrs. Lawrence.
Who's got a joke? Rainey?
No, Andrew.
Andrew. All right, Andrew, what's your joke?
In our video.
All right,
What's
listen,
the
it's
planet's
Andrew's
favorite
joke
thing
time.
to drink?
to see myself.
Say it again, Andrew.
What's the planet's favorite thing to drink?
I don't know what.
The Milky Way.
In
Ah,
our video. Pin
That's a good
our
one,
video.
Andrew. That's a good one.
Our video. Pin. Yeah, I just want to see myself.
recording.
Hey, so guess what? My Lucas sent a thank you. He just colored a thank you picture for the Bethalto Police Department. And do you know what they did?
What?
They mailed him 3 patches from the police department to thank him for his thank you letter. So if that sounds cool to you, mail a letter to the police department and maybe you'll get something back from them. That'd be pretty cool.
We already know that.
I know.
I hope I get a spot truck.
Miss Lance, can I tell a joke?
Yes.
I
All
hope I
right.
get a
Hudson
spot
wants to tell a
truck from
joke. So
police
everybody listen.
Not
Oh.
Who's there?
David.
Who did? What?
Say it
Who
again.
did you pin video?
David.
No. Pin.
Say who?
I'm supposed to say
Mrs.
say boo, not say boo hoo.
Mrs. Lorenz video.
All right. Hey, if you guys bring jokes next time, let me know and we'll take a few minutes and tell jokes, okay? We're gonna next week we're gonna move into doing some stuff in social studies, all righty?
No.
Yeah. Just a little bit of social studies, not too much.
Yes,
But
social
we can
studies.
take time to do some jokes as well. All right?
I finally took
Get
my
your
head off.
schoolwork done. Don't forget about that. All right?
I have one more thing to do.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.